Uh, I do not buy your statement that it's a different thing, no? So I don't buy that, Mr. Non.
That's why may I answer?
Just a moment, I'm still speaking. I don't buy that. You're answering us like you are very sure of what you're trying to do. You even corrected yourself. You said that, di ba? Di ba?
That's what I understand.
You said a moment ago that there is a correction you made. Ibig sabihin, may error kayo.
No, the error was previously.
Oh, previously of what? Before your time?
Yes.
Oh, therefore, naniniwala ka may error for your time. And you corrected that, di ba?
That's why I wanted to explain. The error happened during the period 2010 to the third regulatory period. That the final determination of the third regulatory period, which sets the rate for the third regulatory period, was finalized in June of 2011, before we came. So when we came, the third regulatory period has already been set. Okay. So if there was an error there, unless we try to go back, which we do not do normally, unless we go back, then that's the only time that we will see the error.
Mr.
But-
Chair.
Well, you said a moment ago while you were explaining your time na you corrected the error. Yun ang binanggit mo kanina.
We did not. They corrected it.
No, no.
Mr. Chairman.
The record actually state that, no? You made corrections to the error.
No, we did not.
Oh,
Mr.
you
Chair.
said that.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Tapusin ko muna.
Sige.
Siguro kasi he keeps on saying na I have nothing against Mr. Former Commissioner No, kasi sinasabi niya hindi nila pwede i-correct kasi previous na daw. Bakit si Chairman Dimolanta naayos niya lahat? So ibig sabihin interconnected niya, parang domino effect. Pero si Madam Chair Mona, na-correct nila. So during 7 years wala kayong ginawa and they're making 350,000 a month pension nila. Tapos yun lang, hindi nila makorek yun for 7 years, walang ginawa. Meanwhile, we suffer. And we keep on blaming Meralco, Dios, and even NGCP na dapat ang ERC ang gumagawa ng trabaho. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. I'll give the floor.
Okay. Yes, Congressman
Sige,
Fernandez.
with all due respect, with Congressman Presley De Jesus. Mr. Non, kailan ba kayo naging commissioner?
Come again?
Kailan po kayo naging commissioner?
August 2011.
August 2011.
Yes.
And the problem started when? Kasi alam nyo,
Before 2011.
kasi po, para balik uli natin, yung katulad na in-explain ko kanina. Ang regulatory periods, Mr. Chairman, ano po yan, sequential yan Ordinal numbers nga interconnected Kapag nagsimula ka ng mali doon sa second regulatory period, sama-sama na yan, dire-diretso na yan, dire-diretso na. But if you will only see, all the documents pertaining to the different exchanges of letters coming from the commissioners, coming from the Meralco, coming from the NGCP, and the actions that was taken by the ERC, makikita po niyo yung deliberate, yung pag-iwas para magkaroon ng reset. 13 years for NGCP and 15 years for Meralco. What do you expect? Sigurado, ayaw talagang magkaroon ng reset. Yun ang katotohanan dito. But kanina nga sinasabi ko, let's not blame anymore anyone, no? Let's move forward. Kasi nakikita naman natin, there are intention to refund. Nakita ko naman merong refund pero hindi complete. Hindi siya complete. Because walang proper reset. Walang proper rate reset. Pinagtatakpan nila through confirmation process, which is devoid of any documents pertaining to the actual computation to arrive doon sa tinatawag po nating taripa. Kung wala kang pagbabasihan doon sa gagawin mong charge sa consumer, paano naging methodology yun? Wala Confirmation process that was approved for the lapse period, 2016 up to now. Nag-base lang sila doon sa tinatawag na i-confirm na natin yung 1 peso and 38 centavos na inaprubahan nila ng 2011 hanggang ngayon, kahit sa lapse period, dapat yan ang gamitin natin. And I think, yun ang sinasabi ko, nag-fail ang ERC dito. And, wag na po nating, well, ako, nakikita ko, Mr. Chairman, moving forward, kailangan natin magkaroon ng commitment from these people that will really have to have a methodology that will cater the actual computation of the rate for our people. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, maibabalik naman po Ang importante lamang yung lapse period na kinonsider nila na ito na ang taripa, pero walang pinagbabasihang mga assets, walang pinagbabasihang tamang WACC, yun ang ginawa nilang computation. Yun ang ginawa nilang presyo. In other words, Mr. Chairman, 1 peso and 38 centavos, yun na. Yun na ipasok natin sa lapse period. Is that just and reasonable? Hindi po reasonable yun. And in violation of Section 43 of the EPIRA and also Section 23 to give consumer electricity in the least cost manner.
The Chairman?
Yes. Before I recognize the Honorable Rufus, isang tanong lang po. Sino po ang tumatawag ng reset? Kaninong call ang reset?
Sir Chair, if I may answer.
Yes, please, Madam.
Sa isang regular pong proseso, hindi na po talaga nasa rules po yung timeline po ng reset. Nakakasa na po yun dapat.
Hindi, tama po. Pero syempre, kahit naman nakalagay dyan, kung wala naman tumatawag, sino may obligasyon na tawagin ng reset?
ERC po, yung sa issues paper na
So,
simula.
dapat nilagay po ninyo yun sa calendar ninyo.
Mr. Chairman, if I
Dapat
may,
po.
I have read the RTWR and RDWR. According to RDWR, 18 months prior to the statutory deadline, kailangan ng ang regulated entity like Meralco and NGCP will file a position paper. 18 months prior. Ang tanong, did you file 18 months prior to the statutory deadline ng position paper? Kapag hindi kayo nag-file in accordance with their own rules na ginawa ng ERC, then may violation ang regulated
kailangan
entity.
muna mag-file muna
Mag-file
sila
ng position paper.
bago tatawagin ng
Yes,
reset.
because it is, yung rules po kasi,
Is
Mr.
that the
Chairman,
proper procedure?
Mr. Chairman, ang proper procedure, the rules RTWR and RDWR are being published. Pag pinablish po yan, makikita na ng mga regulated entity. At sasabihin, 18 months before, kailangan mag-apply na tayo, kailangan may position paper tayo. And then, they will conduct a public hearing. At pag nag-conduct sila ng public hearing, makikita nila lahat doon. And then, lahat na ng regulatory asset base, the weighted average cost of capital, the depreciation and everything will be put into order. Ang problem, Mr. Chairman, kung hindi sila magbibigay ng position paper 18 months prior, there is already a violation.
The Honorable Rufus Rodriguez is
Mr.
recognized.
Chairman, the ERC is mandated every 4 years for DUs to set the regulatory reset proceedings. The problem is, we can see the NGCP and the Meralco waiting for these results because this particular process, because if there are no rules in the case of the DUs and the rules on the setting of the wheeling rate, there can be no process. They cannot submit a position paper if there is none. The problem is here is Meralco, ERC has failed. They have failed to timely conduct and perform regulatory reset. And Commissioner Non was there during all this time. And then there has been no reset. How can we blame the regulated agencies like NGCP and the Meralco, the Group A, Meralco, Sipalco from the City of Golden Friendship, and the others, when there is no regulatory process? So therefore, in fact, ready always, and they have also filed when there is one, then they do it. Mr. Chairman, we are barking up the wrong tree if we are going to fault the regulated agencies like the NGCP and the Meralco. It is ERC. If there is any agency that we should fault here, and that's why if Chairman Dan Fernandez saying there is therefore, the consumers are therefore have the road deal here. It's not the fault. That's why the regulated agencies, they wait for this ESG. May I ask our chairperson, did we have really the process conducted for the third, fourth, and fifth regulatory period?
Chairman Mona Lisa, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, we are conducting the
On the fifth.
processes now.
Yes.
Fourth and fifth po sa NGCP and fifth
Fifth,
for
yeah.
Meralco.
Kasi lapse period na nga eh. Lapse period meaning, Mr. Chairman, that there is failure of the ERC and that's why they cannot comply. That is the actuality of this. But in spite of that, there was a IAC and there is a interim average rate. Meralco has already refunded a total of 48 billion because on their own, they came out and say, we would like to make sure already that there's already a interim rate, average rate. And so Meralco is always waiting for the regulatory agency. In spite of that, during the lapse period, they were the ones who were able to have the interim average rate, and the ruling of the ERC was for Meralco to refund, correct? They were made to refund. How much was refunded by Meralco in spite of the failure of ERC to be able to put up this particular regulatory reset process? How much? Nagbayad lang Meralco sa mga consumers.
Maybe we can ask representative from Meralco. Magkano po yung binayaran ninyo?
Your Honor, we refunded a total of around 48 billion pesos.
Billion.
Yes, Your Honor, as a result of the declaration by the ERC of the original lapse period, consisting of 7 years. And we are proposing to refund again another about 19 billion pesos for the latest, as a result of the latest declaration by the ERC that the 3 years of the original 5RP is declared lapse period.
So who was the chairperson at that time of ERC? The one who should be
Chairman.
calling the reset.
Ay, marami na pong chairs po pinagdaanan po. I think the first period was Chair Ducot, and then there was Chair Salazar, and then Chair Agnes.
No, but
de
I think the
Benedicto.
issue here is not the first, the second. The issue is the fourth. Na hindi, third. Oh, so,
Hindi.
third and the fourth. So, sino ang chairperson nung third and fourth? Because yung first tsaka second, they did their job. So, yung third at tsaka fourth, I think we should invite them.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman.
I would
Abante.
think that the real issue here is this. Who is to blame? No, we cannot blame the new collegial body of the ERC, no? Because as according to Chairperson De Malanta, 2022 lang siya. So therefore, kung nag-reset na kayo, hindi ba ngayon, Chairperson, nag-reset po kayo. Therefore, kung nag-reset kayo, palagay nyo, nagkamali ba yung previous? Hindi, kung malaman, nagkamali ba yung previous? Sabihin nyo.
Kaya
Sabihin nyo, nagkamali ba yung
Yes,
previous?
ma'am, sino ito?
Mr. Chairman, if I may add, no, para at least maging transparent tayo sa fair, no?
Yeah.
Kasi meron tayong mga carry over ng mga commissioners from the last batch of commissioners. And they were part of the decision making during that time na ito ang naging resulta. At until right now, yung kino-question po natin na decision nila para sa lapse period, again and again, sasabihin po natin, Mr. Chairman, talagang mali ang confirmation process that they have adopted. So siguro, tanungin natin, Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Maceda.
Oh yes, si Commissioner Maceda.
Would you like to?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Siguro po to put the circumstances in proper context po, no? We need to remember that as far back as 2013, and this is November 2013, the Commission already issued a notice extending the deadline of submission of comments on the issues paper. So nag-post na po ang commission noong 2013 pa lang. Comnon should have mentioned that earlier kasi time po nila yun eh. Naumpisahan na po yung proseso nung pang 2013. Nagtuloy-tuloy po yung proseso na yan hanggang sa umabot po nung around 2016, last quarter of 2016, na yung commission at that time directed Meralco actually to publish the draft rules for the fourth RP. I was waiting for Comnon to mention these circumstances. So, pinag-utusan, hindi ho nangyari, no? And there were issues raised by Meralco. It's not my position now to say kung tama ang dating komisyon o ang Meralco. That was before our time. But I was hoping that was mentioned by Comnon because doon po nagsimula lahat nitong mga backlogs na ito. Hindi nakapag-reset.
That's the reason why we wanted to know who was the chairperson at that time. Maybe he or she has a valid reason for not scheduling the reset. Or if maybe Commissioner Non
Mr. Chairman,
can ventilate this
Mr. Chairman,
issue to the
it is a matter that is so
Congressman
important. Ano?
Fernandez.
Ako, we're not blaming anybody, especially the regulated entity. But of course, katulad na nabanggit po ni Commissioner Maceda.
Oh, I have to blame somebody.
Wait, Mr. Chairman. Kasi nga, ang feeling ko, sinasabi niyo, we're barking on the wrong tree. Because sumulat ito, I have a copy, nung sulat ng chairperson ng ERC, si Agnes de Banadera, nung July 2019, that yun na nga po na i-publish. But they never publish it eh. Yun ang problem. Is yung isang mga requirements para yung rates, yung rule for rate setting, mag-start na. But because the Meralco never published it, and at the same time, noong 2011, meron ding sulat ang ERC na inuutusan sila to follow the rules and procedures on the asset valuation. But ang problem, hindi rin sila nag-reply. Will you kindly confirm this? Sino bang nasa panahon ng si Commissioner Non? Can you kindly confirm that the Commission ordered the Meralco to comply with the rules of procedures on the valuation of their assets because merong ang mali doon sa valuation. So did you done that na talagang inutusan sila?
Yeah. I would like to thank Commissioner Maceda for reminding. Actually, as she said, the fourth regulatory period actually should have started in 2016. And during our time, the process started 18 months before, which means 2013. So the position paper was there, the karoon ng mga hearings, and then we completed the amended rules for distribution wheeling rate sometime in 2016. But before it could be put into implementation, it has to be published for purposes of there is a legal term for to be in effect. So the order then was for Meralco and PEPOA to have it published, but it was not published even after repeated demands until nagkaroon ng bagong regulatory period in 2019. But before that, 2016, the ERC actually went into a internal problem. It started with the chairman then was Salazar. Chairman Salazar, after Ducot. Okay? But in 2016, we had an internal problem where one of our directors committed suicide. And nagkaroon ng investigations within ERC, what is the involvement of who, the chairman, and everybody. And that really threw up all the schedules. We have been called for investigation in the NBI, Congress, Senate, and there was a time when all the commissioners were even suspended for 3 months So that really disrupted all the schedules from 2016 until the chair, Agnes de Banadera, was appointed in 2017. So that's basically where we could start again under a new chairmanship, Agnes de Banadera, sometime in August or September of 2017. The disruption in 2016 was really a big blow as far as the Queen's is concerned, because practically most of the time we could not do anything because of disruption. But the reset itself for the fourth regulatory period was started, but it was not implemented because of the non-publication of the rules in 2016.
Yes, thank you.
May I continue? I am not just finished, Mr. Chairman. So let us ask the Meralco to answer the allegation that you did not publish what was required of you. Is that part of the reset process?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I
Yes,
respond?
Attorney Valles.
Yes, to clarify lang po, totoo ho na meron nilabas na sulat ang ERC through then officer in charge commissioner noon na directing Meralco, not only Meralco but also all distribution utilities, no, PEPOA, to publish the fourth RP. But as we have relayed, sinabi po namin kay Commissioner noon yun through our various letters to them na meron kaming mga issues doon sa fourth RP. And as part of the constitutional right of every person like Meralco to exercise its due process, we raised those issues before the ERC and we were waiting for the ERC to resolve it. In the meantime, nag-file po kami ng sulat sa ERC, nagre-request kami ng meeting para mapag-usapan namin yung mga issues na yon, which Commissioner noon in his reply to us said na ina-acknowledge niya yung issues na ni-raise namin at he set the meeting, no, on a particular date para mapag-usapan daw namin yung issues or yung mga clarification or reconsideration na hinihingi namin doon sa rules. No, unfortunately, hindi po nangyari yung meeting na yon dahil sa akin pong palagay, dahil po yun yung nagkaroon na sila ng internal problems sa ERC. Doon na ho natapos yun at magmula noon wala na ho kaming narinig sa ERC after po nung huling sulat na yon. That was in 2017 and 2022 until 2022, between 2017 to 2022.